Hey, just want to record a couple thoughts that I had. It's still second day after it's the first day after my second treatment. Do the math, kids. Just kind of wanted to call out some of the differences between day one and day two. Day one, the beginning there was a lot of like blackness. It felt like I was in outer space. It felt like there were stars everywhere. And like I was out in the universe. Today started off with, there was a lot more color. There was a lot more textures, and I want to say it was like a kaleidoscope, but it wasn't. So all of us, well, if you have never looked through a kaleidoscope, go out to your closest toy store right now, look through it, come back and finish watching this video. For the rest of us, well, now I can say welcome back. But if you've ever looked through a kaleidoscope, it's like different shapes and they all move and twirl around, and colors and different stuff. It wasn't quite like that. There was, because that, like, a kaleidoscope is kind of like trippy and random and whatever else. This seemed like there was more intention behind it. At one point it felt like there were kind of people standing around like looking down on me, but then as I kept looking up, it was really just trees, like kind of like the sky. Let me see. It would look like maybe something not really like this, but like picture looking through that, right? And you got trees 360 all around you, and you can just look up and see the sky. That's kind of what it looked like. And there was some, like, my son plays a video game called Halo. There were some parts of the video game in there, except they were fluid. Like, I want to say they were melting, but they weren't melting. It was just fluid. I don't know how to explain it, but lots of different colors. I felt like there was oh yeah, felt like there was a stream. I was kind of floating down this stream to death. I don't know where that just came from, but that was dark. But there was definitely a lot of water. Didn't really get that the first time. My wife was in it this time. I thought about my wife, but it was good positive feelings about her. Not so much negative. Yeah, and I remember feeling kind of at peace about that. What else? Today I felt like I could feel when the medication wore off. Like, I remember just being like, boom. I opened my eyes, but I was wearing like a mask. It didn't look like this. It didn't have feathers up here, but like a sleepy time mask. So I opened up my eyes. I mean, obviously, when you do that, it's still dark. And I did that, and I just remember, like, that wore off really quick. Really, really fast. It really wasn't fast, but it was just like, that wore off easily. Like, I know exactly what's going on. And I lifted up the little mask, and the room was spinning. I was like, okay, medication hasn't worn off yet. But like mentally, I felt like very present. And that was different from the first time. First time I woke up very loopy, super silly. Today, not so much. I was kind of like annoyed, it felt like. First time, I was feeling my fingers. I was moving my feet because I wanted to make sure that I still had control. And that just hit me a couple minutes ago. Like, I wanted to make sure that I was still present and, like I said, moving my feet around to make sure that I could still do it. Today I didn't have that desire to do it. I kind of sat still and it was just like, I'm just gonna let this take me. At one point I did itch my beard and it felt like I could feel every single hair on my face. I was licking my teeth. I was basically licking my teeth, feeling my teeth with my tongue, and it felt like my mouth went on forever. What else? Differences. On day one, first time, the owner came in to give me my second shot. And when she came in, I felt like this is the way she poked me. I felt like I had to just reach and take her hand because I don't know, there was just something about like physical touch. Like I needed to know that I don't know. There was just something that I needed. And then when she came back in, when it was, I was starting to wake up, I guess, it was the same thing. Like I reached like my hand out. I didn't even say anything. I was just like, I needed physical touch. See my hand? I was going like that. I think I was doing that. I don't remember. I was loopy. But it was like I needed that. And there's something about that. Today I didn't really experience that. It was more of a, okay, I'm here, I'm in the moment, I'm just doing my thing. And it was yeah, it was just different. I did wait, like I said, I kind of woke up like annoyed, like a lot more conscious about my surroundings, and at least mentally. So I think those were the big things, like definitely more color, more imagery and things like that. Though on Monday, my first time, I felt like I was connected to my house, like I was in my house, not like in my house, like, honey, I'm home, like in the structure. And I remember my son Nicholas being there. But it makes sense because we were just hanging out right before I went into the treatment, and we were splitting some wood, and like that's where my mind went to that. So I think that's it. I think those are the big things. Yeah, it really feels like maybe my mind is fighting for control still, like, which I knew coming in here, like I have a hard time, like, even sleeping. I can't just let it all go at night. But this is supposed to help. It's supposed to be getting better with it. I don't know what else. I feel like there's more. I think that's it. That's all I got. I can add another video later too. Okay, bye.